Hey everybody, welcome.
What was that?
That was the news opening.
Are you doing your own openings now? Is that how
Yeah, I'm doing
this?
my own sound effects. Hi, I'm the Blue Muzzy. I'm the community manager for ArcheAge. Right up there, we've got Celestrata. She's the associate producer for ArcheAge. This is your ArcheAge live stream, and yes, servers are down right now because we are currently in the evolution process, and if you have any questions about what that is, I'm going to start posting some links in chat. You guys are going to go ahead and click on those, and you're going to read them, and you're going to be well-informed players. Meanwhile, Celestrata is going to go ahead and talk.
I'm just going to talk for a while.
Just talk.
Yeah, I know. I actually want to talk about what we've been doing recently. I know everyone's, having the infamous withdrawals. I was actually on the servers watching everyone's conversations about what they were going to be doing when ArcheAge was down. Some servers were great. You guys were talking about, the other games you were going to play or check out. And you're also talking about, your new comics you're going to read or things you're going to do outside. But some of your servers were weird. I think Alo, which is my home server, was actually just prophesizing the end times and then praising the potatoes and yadas. They went full feral for a little bit. It was great. Pretty amazing, actually. So let's talk about what we on the team have been doing for the past 24 hours, because I want to give you guys some insight into how this process works. So as some of you know, a group of the XL team, the team that specifically handles their merges and evolutions across all of the ArcheAge regions, is actually out here with us. Jong-Yoon and a bunch of the other guys are actually here on site working with us. And our operations team, and we also flew out other members of the team. Merv is out here as well. He's actually over with the team right now. I live here, and then of course we have Apple God, who flew out too. So we have a variety of disciplines from all over, both Korea and Redwood City, and of course the Austin office here to support the evolutions. That work has gone on now for about 22 hours. I know I was awake. The longest group of the team, which I was awake with, we were awake for 22 hours. We just got some sleep, and we're back. But the good news is we're ahead of schedule. Both of our new worlds are online, and that would be the servers, Retribution, Tempest, Conviction. All of them are now online. There's one more, which I'm currently forgetting. I'm very sorry to the last server, because I'm a little bit barely awake. But we're doing really well. It's really good to see. We're in final QA. So I guess that some people are wondering, hey, if you're online, why don't you just let all of us in? And that's not how that works. We've gotten all the work done. But we're actually sending out everyone's items right now, and we're also we have our QA team. Ari is actually in chat right now. But she and her team are online on the servers and actually going through a very extensive validation process to make sure everything works. It's about 3 hours per server from what she estimates. So hardcore, a lot of hardcore work and a lot of effort being put in across the team. So it's been good. I can't wait to have everyone online and in the game as of tomorrow. Of course, we are starting up tomorrow at 2 p.m. UTC for Europe, and we're going to be starting up at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. PDT for North America. So
that means
12 p.m. PDT.
So that means I'm up at 5:45 tomorrow morning, so I can be in the office by 6:30 to prepare for this. So let's do this. We got this.
So with all that in mind, let's actually answer a lot of questions. I know one of the, there was one other thing I do want to talk about, and that's guild names. I know we announced the guild stuff really, really late, and some people were like, oh, you clearly didn't test it, because if you tested it, you would know that guild names didn't work. Well, actually, we tested it way back in advance, and we have been trying to fix guild names and get them to work for you guys. Unfortunately, with the way the data is structured within the game, it just proved nigh impossible. We really were, want to sit down and take the effort to make sure we were doing this as right as possible, which means restoring as much as possible. Obviously, with I last counted, we have 18 different compensations going out over these 2 days. So we wanted to return those guild names to you guys, but unfortunately we were not able to. The good news is we do have a backup of all the guilds and their names on the server. I should also note that this doesn't affect your guild's progress. So you're still going to get back all your guild ribbons. Yep. You're still going to get back all your guild prestige. That's completely different. It's just the name, literally just the name.
So does that mean that the guild is still formed? It just doesn't have a name?
the guild is not formed. So you will
Right,
have
so
to
they will
reform the
need
guild.
to pay the 5 gold and have 4 other members and form your guild.
Yep.
Yep.
And of course, some people were like, well, what about nations? How does this affect nations? It doesn't. It's actually, nations are on a different level, and they actually have been preserved. But no one's in those nations, including the guilds, members, everything. It's only the sovereign, and they have the nation name, and they will start in Diamond Shores.
And then what about the guilds that are part of those? Those are also
They will have to rejoin the
and
nation.
reformed and rejoin the nation, right?
Reform, rejoin the nation, either by rejoining the nation first and then forming a guild or immigrating.
I like this. 5 gold? Have you lost your
5
mind?
gold! I know 5 gold. It's so much.
We had a question.
Much.
My patron went down during the downtime. Will the 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer to that question is if you
Yes.
lost your patron during the downtime, yes. So what we did was we went back and looked at anyone who had patron within the last 2 weeks. I think from August 16th all the way to now. So that's a bit longer than 2 weeks. So if you have patron at any point in that time, you're getting those 7 extra days, and that's to make sure people weren't like chipped because they were like, oh, in the last 5 minutes, my patron went out before the service went down. Did I get it? Yes,
Right.
You did.
Another question. I've answered this a couple times already. People are probably just joining us or don't follow us on Twitch and don't come and watch all of our streams, but you guys can. All those videos are up on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. And we have talked about Fresh Start servers, the fact that the conversation will begin again, or will continue rather, after the evolution process has come and gone. Also, 4.0 is later this year. We have already announced that. There's actually a blog article. I will paste that in here right now.
We were showing off 4.0 at PAX and at Gamescom. Thank you to everyone who, by the way, we got to see at PAX. Got to meet a lot of you
That was awesome.
for the first time. It was a lot of fun. I got to also see some old friends who always hang out with us. So it was a nice little bit of both worlds. I did see that someone just asked a question on character names, and I should go over that as well. Yes, we were able to get in our plans on character names, and that was another part of like this whole name thing that we were trying to preserve. And I also want to get to one more thing about families as well, but we'll start with character names. So what we're doing is a combination of oldest account and also most recently active, as we talked about before. So if you were recently active within the last 90 days, and the other person who has your name was not, and there's no one else has a conflict with your name, you get to keep your name, and that's the way we want to do it, because you're the one playing the game. Obviously, you're dedicated right now. You get to keep that name. Person who isn't playing doesn't get to keep it. If both of you are active, or neither of you are active, which that doesn't. If you're not active, you're probably not watching this live stream right now. But
Right.
If both of you are active, then it's actually going to go to the person who created the character first.
Yeah.
So the person who's been around for longer is going to get to keep their name. And I think that's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You get to have that nice slice of fairness to it.
Yeah.
But if you still have concerns, you could always, talk to customer service. But I think this should alleviate most of the concerns people had about losing their name.
Yeah.
If your name did get changed, the minute you log in, the system will actually ask you to rename. So you're going to know right off the bat when you log in. You also see your character name. Character name has something kind of funny on it, like an X with a number. Once you rename, that will go away. It's just a notification that, yes, this character was designated for a rename.
Right.
Families, we do have good news here. And that was, again, in this little mashup of how much can we fix and do and make work as best as possible. Where we couldn't make guilds, we did make families work. So previously we'd explained to everyone, hey, we're going to give you like family level ups. We're going to give you all your family tickets back. We're going to give you all these items back to basically recreate your family. We've been able to actually port your families over fully. So I was actually just on the server. My family's intact with all of our vocation, with all of the, the level and the name and even the members in it. So that's really great news. If you want to give some props to someone, give props to Big Data Dude. He's the guy that wrote that. So if you see him, give him like the big thumbs up, pat on the back, and say that you really, really appreciate his work, because he really, really pushed for that. He worked a lot of hard hours to get that to go through. So
Right. How long is the AFK kick timer?
AFK kick timer is 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Great.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Boom. Yeah.
Big Data Dune
I see
is awesome.
one question with login reward with downtime, and for example, a few days break, I wouldn't be able to claim all my rewards. that will be able to claim in forwards. Yeah, yes. I think your question is if you can't log in within the next couple of days, will your stuff still be there? Yes, it will still be there. That stuff's going to last for a year after the evolution, and that includes any system mail in the game.
Right.
Auction mails, things we send you, things coming up from the anniversary, all of that stuff.
Will the AFK kick timer affect non-evolved servers?
No, it won't.
No,
it
it's
will
only
be off.
going on in those. Also, I saw a comment. Yes, I am in a guild right now. I will be guild hopping. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about the game, especially the guild system and then even eventually the player nation system. I'm not a GM. I don't have any special commands or anything like that. All I do is play the game like a normal player. So, yeah.
Sky, if I got it wrong, just like maybe rephrase their question for me. I don't want to like misunderstand someone. I'm trying to like get it as much as possible. So just let me know, and I'll try and answer it as best as possible. Let's see. We are about to get hit by a hurricane. How long will the anniversary event be? I'm praying I still have power. Dude, I hope, first of all, we want you to be safe.
Yeah, be safe.
So be safe first and foremost of all things. If you can get somewhere safe, please do. Otherwise, our everything, all of our energy and hopes for you are carried forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the first and foremost thing. Second, the anniversary is going to go on for about a month. So you're not going to be missing out on anything. And I guess that's a good transition into talking about the anniversary.
Yes.
So the anniversary has 3 components this year, which we're really, really excited about. One is the anniversary present, which we've been talking about. Everyone's going to get that. It's going to be a free item you can claim on Glyph, and it's going to have a variety of fireworks in it that you can light off to get things like merit badges, loyalty, the full 9 there. There will also be a ticket for a free 30-day car, like the Apex the Comet Speedster or the Apex Squall. So that's exciting as well. We will also be offering, as part of the package, a new anniversary title and, of course, anniversary balloon furniture. And I think we're pretty sure this is an item that's never been on the servers before. It's another variant of the ball attire. This is called the Victory Ball attire.
Right.
It is pink and actually has like some neat golden trim to it. It's a pink suit for men and it's a pink ball gown for women. So there's a variety of party packs in there, but that's only part of what the anniversary is providing as a whole. There are 2 events. One of them is going to be very, very familiar, and I'll start there, and that's the Shadow Guard Festival.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite firework festival is back at the Cliffs of Birth. You will be able to complete a lot of the same quests as you could last year. There are some new quests this year, however, and they offer 3rd anniversary tokens. Not much really to write home about here, because the goal here is to give you more anniversary tokens. The new event, which is super crazy, is going to be taking place in Diamond Shores this year, at a very special location that's actually non-combat. So Diamond Shores will move through its peace cycle and war cycle as normal.
But it will have a safe zone.
It will have a safe zone in the back, and there you will find a literal giant Kirby, and Amory will be standing next to Kirby.
If you guys don't know who Kirby is a giant corgi. And he's even gianter in this.
It's on a lot of our streams. Yeah, so Kirby got ported in at full size into the game. So he's just a big dog, so he's pretty big in game.
He is. So I saw a question, downtime affecting login rewards. How is that? We're just going to...
affecting, when you click on login
not
rewards?
being able to track your login. Yes, that was the
you won't be able to track your login for 2 days. It will set you back by 2 days.
It will set you back by 2 days.
Yep.
That is unfortunate. When we'll try and stop nerfing our festival tokens? Oh man, come on! We've been giving you pretty like the last one. I'm almost to the Bakutan's fins, pretty close to that one. So I've been looking forward to those fins. I've been doing it every day just to get those fins.
It's something we could perhaps look at going forward. I don't think we can actually use the exact model that Korea uses, and that's because we do our festivals at different times.
Yeah.
And we're always on a different version than they are. So if we could do something more like that, I think we would. But we like doing new tokens every year because we try and change things up on a yearly basis. I do want to finish up with the event though, just to briefly explain what you have to do. Basically, go to Diamond Shores, visit Amory. And help her out. She will be looking to keep Kirby busy while she can figure out how to get Kirby back out of Diamond Shores. So you'll have to feed him, bathe him, brush him. I think the XL team went all out on this one, and all of the different quests, like putting together a comb, will take you through a variety of quests across the world to actually assemble the comb. So be ready to do a variety of different activities. It's not just sit there and pet Kirby. It's getting out into the dungeons, getting out into PvP zones, and trying to fulfill all the different aspects of the quest. By doing this, you will get the 3rd anniversary cloak, which is super exciting. You will also earn 3rd anniversary tokens, which you can open boxes to get really great items. I think the grand prize this year is actually the C200, so that's going to look super sweet if you can grab one of those. But there's also regrade scrolls, charms, and things like that will pop out of the boxes. And then finally, you can also can we talk about the boxes, charms? What else?
That's all I can think of right now.
Yes,
we're pretty wrecked, guys. We're trying to give you as much as we can here.
Excited. I'm excited. PvP versus Kirby.
Yeah, there you go.
He would win. He would
just lay on you, and you'd be done.
Yep. Are you going to compensate us for the Hereafter Stones from porting around the world? Yes, we're giving you 50 Hereafter Stones as a part of your character packs. So, answer is yes.
I am on vengeance, by the way. People
are Reedwind, Aegis Island, and Whale Song being forced to peace? No, they are not. So Aurora is not going to be forced into peace.
Only places that have a peace cycle, right?
Yes, outside of Diamond Shores.
Outside of
Diamond Shores is still Aurora.
Right.
But like the oceans are not going to be peaceful. But all the southern continents are.
You know what amazes me is that there are always questions about things that we have answered. And I don't blame you guys for re-asking the question because, to be perfectly honest, this is such an incredible process that we have to go through, and there's so much technical stuff. You guys will answer a question, and then you'll ask like a very specific, well, what about this situation specifically? And sometimes the answer is still the same, and it actually applies. And other times you're like, wow, we have to think about that too. There's so much to think about in this game. But I will say, if you can, please go check out the forums. We have posted a huge Q&A in there. A lot of players are answering, I think it's like 87 pages long now, and players are answering other players' questions because there have been answers in the previous pages, and no one wants to read through all 87 pages, but feel free to go in there and ask. A lot of players do know the answers. You can also just do a search within the forums to get the answers as well.
Yep. See a couple questions on the really cool fox mount, which I call the most baller fox ever made, and the fairy wings. I think you're going to see both items happening after the evolution, so look for them over the month of September into October. They are coming. I see another question on if there's going to be Soul Forge with the anniversary. Not this year. We just did Soul Forge pretty recently, but we were focusing more on different types of tokens and currencies to be handed out just for free. A couple, cosmetics as well, and then the event itself, which will carry a lot of rewards. That's what I wanted to mention. If you can get done all of Kirby's quests, you can get 2 more cool corgis for your house. One of them is Detective Corgi, which is a really cute little Sherlock Holmesy corgi, and the other one's Cowboy Corgi, which is a tiny corgi in a cowboy hat with a sheriff star. It's adorable.
I did read your question. You can hit me up on Discord if you want me to actually answer that.
Yep. Saturday fishing tournament, will there be changes to have it every day instead of weekly? You might be missing it tomorrow. Yes, absolutely. It will not be every day, but we will, for the future, we wanted to readjust maybe the currency and how much currency is being used for those, because it takes a while to get items out of the out of that tournament. So that's definitely on our list to discuss in the future.
Can you do us a huge favor, and the players a huge favor? Can you go over the landlock that we're doing? I think that would help a lot of players. Even though we have answered a bunch of those questions, sometimes it's just better to just say it out loud. So let's
just briefly, because I did see one question about the guilds too, and that's really super fast. You make the guild, and then you're going to have items which level the guild up. They're guild ribbons. You just use them, and your guild will go from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, etc. So the landlock. So when the servers first come back online, you will not be able to put down land anywhere on the server. That's to basically make sure people can get online, the servers are running, no one's getting a head start of each other. You then have time to go out and pick up things from your mailboxes and get prepared, maybe get in position. We have time to make sure the servers are stable and everything's running appropriately, so we don't have a situation where people get to jump the gun on houses. So it's good for both sides.
Yeah,
it's good for basically everyone in this situation.
Essentially, you're gonna log in, you're gonna organize all of your stuff, and then you're gonna go scout out your land and figure out how long it takes you to get there. Prepare as much as possible, and then once it's time to get land, make sure you're back for that.
Yeah.
Can we do trade runs in those 24 hours?
What was that?
Can we do trade runs in those first 24 hours during the?
Yeah, sure. You can do trade runs as much as you want. If you have packs for it, which I don't know if you will, because all your packs are gone. So
yeah,
you can try.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure where you're going to be putting those packs. But yeah, once we get to it's going to be 2 p.m. UTC for Europe, and then it's going to be 12 p.m. PDT for North America. I believe those are the times. Correct me if I'm wrong, Muzzy.
It's not exactly 24 hours.
It's approximately 24 hours because we're starting the opening process at those times, and therefore it's going to expire 24 hours after we begin the opening process.
Right.
If something goes horribly wrong, that will obviously change, but we don't expect anything.
All right, I'm going to put a link in chat again here, guys. Please check that out. That's going to have your times and whatnot. I made sure to put those in there. So a lot of questions about Fresh Start and 4.0, and they want exact answers, but you guys realize right now we are super focused on evolutions. This is a big deal. We're not really focusing on that stuff right now. It's there, it's being worked on in the background, but it is not a focus. We do not have an exact timeline right now. We are very much focused on evolutions. We want this to go as smoothly as possible. Definitely
the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So Squid Dinner, no, you're not going to be able to ally this week. I'm very, very sorry. But you're just going to have to cancel the ally for a week and then re-ally next week.
Knife Spirit, I do know the game. Get out. Just get out. Get out of here. Also, let's see. Somebody asked, where'd it go? Guys, chat's going by so fast.
Bella Sophia asks, is the 24 hours from the time you open NA-EU? It's the time when we start opening NA and EU servers. It is not based per server. The time is actually posted in that article for when we're going to enable housing in each region. That is
all at the same time. All of this. Well, not all at the same time. Each region at the same time. Right.
So all of Europe at once. All of North America at once.
But I'm saying across all servers within a region, they're all at the same time. Even though servers will be coming up in a rolling fashion, and we don't have information for you guys on that right now. I don't know if we want to comment on that.
I just want to basically mention that we're not going to be announcing what servers are coming up first.
Right.
And that's to basically make sure that everyone can get in and ready to go, and then we're going to slowly unlock servers and get people through. And as they work out and things look stable, we'll open a new server and add more to the pile. That's the sanest, carefulest way to do it. It's what we've learned to do over the past many launches. I know some people are like, I wish you could just tell me the server that you're going to open next. And that's because if we did that, then everyone would rush that server. And it could cause, it could cause something bad. We don't want to do that. We want things to happen naturally like they would normally happen.
Yes, I am tired. No, I do not drink coffee. Okay, so we had a good question here from Psyoptic. What about the people using third-party land programs or party programs to grab land plots quickly? And do we have a very strong stance on it? We absolutely do.
Yes, we have a huge strong stance on it. So we obviously added, I think for some people, they don't realize that we added brand new security stuff to the game as like last year. We catch people at much faster than before, continuously. I think we're up to like banning rate between 2,000 to 5,000 people per day. That's a lot of like bot accounts. Those aren't like legitimate player accounts. They're just bots, trying to make stupid accounts and get in and do what they can. But anyone who tries to do that, we're going to basically catch them, ban them. When they're banned, all their land is going to be stripped from them. We're also going to have GMs on the servers, keeping an eye out for any behavior like that. If things look suspicious to us, we can investigate and then rip down the land as we see fit. So yes, if someone does that, instant ban, no land, GG.
You got it.
Yeah.
I think those are all the major topics. I mean, we're waiting for you guys to ask questions, and we're trying to answer as many as we can, specifically about the evolutions. Will the auction house be enabled immediately after servers up?
Yeah, the auction house will be available, and that's going to go across all regions. I think the only thing that's not going to be not immediately available is going to be the transfer service. As we said before, we're going to leave that locked for about a month and a half, to make sure we can get the first hero election happen on Evolution servers, the first siege cycle to happen on Evolution servers, and then we'll open up for the rest of the legacy servers to transfer in and out. and let people move around. The reason we're making that decision is so players on Evolution servers can get into those positions of power, and they have the first shot at it. And they're not, we don't immediately open up transfers. Another guild rolls in. I see you people like disaster in other guilds, and then take those positions from someone else. We don't believe that's fair to those people who, have just gone through the evolution. It's a hard process. Everyone's getting their land back and getting back on their feet. We want to give those folks the first crack at,
Right.
getting control of the server.
Somebody was asking if we're going to use the global announcement system to tell people when the land grab is going to be open.
Yep, it's going to work just like you normally see one of our servers come offline. Basically, it will give you like hourly, semi-frequent warnings, especially in the last hour. I think it's like an hour and then 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. You'll know.
Bird Plays, I've been reading your question and ignoring it because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're not XL Games. We don't actually do the design of things. If you guys want to give us feedback that we can then deliver to XL, please use the forums. It's not going to be the best place for it right here. It's a very fast conversation moving, and we want to give you things that we can actually answer right now. Like the questions about 4.0, still not answering that. We've already discussed that a little bit. Is it true that first 24 is peace everywhere, so we can't PvP?
No, it's not peace everywhere. Go to Aurora.
Go to Aurora, PvP all you want.
It's only Southern Continent zones that would be normally going through their conflict cycles. And in this way, it will actually prevent Halcyona from happening, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That is a side effect.
But go to Aurora and exert dominance over your foes and your friends. Go ahead and toss in a couple duels.
So Zirin, I know Zirin's asking this because Zirin is an artist, but when will we ever get an art contest like Korea and Russia?
Yeah.
Probably, I would love to do it later this year. I actually had that idea, and we just didn't work out earlier in this year. And then we moved into 4.0 / evolutions, and then all of our time has been consumed by that.
Yeah.
I think the idea is super fun. It's super cool. We did it in Lord of the Rings Online a lot. We did create your own horse and create your own cloaks. We'd love to see that come to ArcheAge.
Let's see. When's the next marketplace update? I believe that's next week. I gotta go look at that for you guys because I'm the one who ends up writing those articles and posting them, and we have a big schedule that we discuss.
It's not this week.
Yeah, it's not this week. Clearly, we discuss that with XL before every single one. So
less coffee, man. This is what happens when I don't get sleep. Get excited.
Yeah, I get tired. I'm pretty tired. We had a really good time at PAX though, and as you can tell, my voice is still a little ruined, and it's been basically a week now.
The Showstorm asks, when is the anniversary event? Because it's going to start next week. It's going to start 9/15, I believe. It's that Wednesday. 9/13, my bad.
When we log in, where will we be?
You will be at your starting zones, unless you're a sovereign of a nation, in which case you will be up in Diamond Shores. Unless you are also a pirate, in which case you will be on Growlgate Isle. Like how that changes depending on who you are. But yeah, starting zones, Growlgate, or Diamond Shores, depending on who you are.
Oh my god.
How will duplicate names be handled? We answered this earlier in the stream.
Go watch the stream.
That's literally, I think, name priorities on an active basis. If you have more than one active, you literally just explained it.
Yep. Maddie asked, how do we play DR? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're good.
Take keyboard.
Smash face.
And then all the DRs will be super offended.
The better question is, how do you defeat DRs? And I think that there's some good discussion on the forums.
Oh, sure.
Why am I not sleeping? I'm trying to sleep. There's a lot going on right now. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm not seeing much of anything else here. I think, what time is it? Oh, we still got like
a couple while longer. We can keep asking things.
Yeah, we'll keep bringing them. Come on, keep bringing them in.
Get good. Yeah, Ari's like, get good. I agree. Please don't spam the chat, by the way.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
spamming's going to get you wrecked.
Quick way to get wrecked. So just Aurora and Sea Zones. Does this include Carcass too? Carcass will be in peace because it's part of the Southern Continent zone.
my Discord link. When I say hit me up in Discord, I mean go to the NA and EU Discord servers. You can definitely find them on the Reddit or ask another player, and then come in and join. I'm in the EU Discord all the time, the NA Discord sometimes, because the NA Discord is not as active. So get in there and get it active and give me a reason to be in there more.
Dude, someone just said it would be really nice if you did a special surprise for Valtrino. I think Tynan was going to work on something for Valtrino, but he was on Tyang doing some validations, and he said he could just smell bacon.
Yeah, it just sizzling.
Just an overwhelming smell of bacon. So I hope everything's okay over on Tyang.
It might be okay. We'll see.
Here's a fun fact for you guys, which I think a lot of people don't realize about the servers when we do this. When we actually run the command to remove all the houses, and that technically records every house in the game, and then it removes it. Yep. So what happens from our vision on the servers is every house catches on fire simultaneously.
And it's just like
this eruption of fire and smoke.
I would love to get a picture of that. And
we just look around and whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that command works.
He does love that pig. We get it. We get it.
He does.
Let's see.
There'll be new pigs, though.
We are not allowed to have a sub button for this channel, but I have been talking to them about trying to get emotes for our channel. So we'll see. I'm working with Twitch on that. Tell us about Gamescom Germany and PAX West.
Did you video it? We didn't video it, but we were joking. Maybe we should get a nice couple screenshots. But we don't want to put that into people. It's funny, but some people really built their homes, and we really respect that. I built my home. I was the one sitting right in front of my house and the rest of the world when that happened.
As it went on fire.
We had to run the GM command, and I was like, oh god, everything I just built is on fire.
That's great.
And then everything else is on fire. It's sadness.
What do you mean don't get emotes? I'm gonna try for emotes. You're gonna deal with it. So I saw a question about family compensation. It's not really a question.
Family compensation is your family because comes back. That's what we were able to do. We actually preserved your family.
Yep.
And if you were really excited about that, you should talk to Big Data Dude and tell him he's really awesome.
Thank you so much.
He coded that. So, and of course, you should also send some love to XL Games because they did all of the compensation stuff. Mm-hmm. We should note, from the first evolution, we had 6 compensation packs, and then XL was able to build 18.
I was gonna say, aren't we at 18, 17, 18? Yeah.
So we need to give huge props to XL Games because that's all them right there. They really, busted butt to make sure that everyone got their stuff back. So
I saw, So can you just do a quick once over for why 3.7 and 4.0 are kind of coming together?
I mean, why are they coming together, or why are they awesome?
Yes. Yeah.
So the
fact that they are coming together.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome. A couple of reasons. One, we were able to bring some items out of 3.7 and bring them early. And then we were considering doing them a bit later, but then we had Anniversary, we had the evolutions coming up, and so that work really needed to be rolled back into 4.0. It was a hard decision because the gem system especially, we really wanted as early as possible, but we also didn't want to overstress the team and how many updates we were doing and how much work we were doing within this last quarter of the year, literally, especially with the travel that people were doing for conventions and things like that, and for business needs.
Right.
So, and it's just not just us; it's our partners at XL as well, because they also have to support the rest of their deployments across all the regions.
Right.
So remember, we're not only working on our schedule, we're working in their schedule too. So yeah, that's why they were sort of pushed together into one update.
That makes sense. So will the family compensation packs upgrade your family level to 2 and the 3 as listed in the links?
No, because we're just giving back your family.
Get your family. Right. So that has been removed because you just get your family. We were able to do that when the thing is, we announced really early what we were planning on doing. We tried to get as much information as possible, and since then they were still working on things, and that was one of the things they were able to get through. Unfortunately, like we were saying earlier, the guild one was not, but we have a solution for that anyway.
Yeah, Curry also pointed out that Russia is also getting combined 3.7 and 4.0. I think they went that way for a couple of regions beyond just ours.
Yeah.
So.
Do I think
we're all doing the same stuff?
Do I think the compensation packs give an advantage on evolution servers? No.
No, because everyone on evolution servers getting one.
Yeah. What's my favorite Pokemon? Oh man.
I like how I used Wobbuffet on you, by the way, while we were out, and you got really annoyed at me.
Wait, what happened?
We were walking back to the hotel one night. I just went Wobbuffet, and you were like, "No."
Yeah, not that one. God, I don't know. Missing number, maybe? Missing no? He's pretty awesome.
By the way, I'm not sure if anyone was also at PAX who may have passed us, but we were like screaming dumb stuff in the Western lobby
Just
at like 11.
Constantly.
Thanks to playing Sparkle Kitty.
Yeah, we had a really good time. We got to meet up with a lot of players. We got to talk to a lot of streamers. People were walking up to the game and just amazed with it and wanting to come and join it. So even though we're speaking to one person at a time, even if we interact with 100 people at a time, it's really cool that those people get a really positive response to it, and then they go tell their friends. And even if all of them tell their one friend, that's doubling the amount of people that we've reached. So it's nice. What's the URL on Reddit? What do you mean? What is the Reddit URL? Just
it's r/ArcheAge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's the thing. No, what am I that tired?
Yeah.
That can't be the question.
Yeah,
right?
that can't. Am I misreading that? He's asked it 3 times, and I ignored it because it's a very simple question. Yeah.
Illness asked. So if we don't actually have 5 weeks worth of tax paid, do we still get 5 weeks worth of tax? Yes.
Yeah.
We're just giving everyone 5 weeks worth of tax.
Yeah.
Regardless of how paid up you were. So if you had like 1 day left, then you just got like, 4+ weeks of tax for free.
The Discord URL, you guys can go ask other people for the Discord URLs. I don't have them on hand right now.
Victory Bell. Thanks, Quill.
How to DR. Someone sent me a DM on how to DR. Thank you. But I'm playing Daggerspell, so and Enigmatist.
Yeah. Dungeon clear time records. Is this an Excel question? Like you want a leaderboard for dungeon clear times? That's a neat piece of feedback. I'm not sure if they're they're not really working on one right now, but we can throw it over.
Yep. So a lot of people have had questions, about 4.0 and stuff like that. There's a lot of discussion on the forums, and you guys should join that because I basically go through I scrounge every piece of feedback that I can from certain things like that, and then I send them to Serafina, and we talk about them, and then we send them over to Excel and stuff. I'm not irritable. This is just how I always am. Always irritable. That's it.
Yep.
Let's see.
Dungeon queue as well, please. It would be amazing. I think you mean like cross-server dungeons. Hey, we're getting cross-server arenas with 4.0, so the tech is starting to be put together. That's exciting. That's super, super exciting.
Yep.
I also think people were really excited about the new naval arena that we were showing off at PAX. I actually got one of the Rakasha, which is like a monster in the arena, to bite a ship in half.
What?
I didn't even know
awesome.
that was possible. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes
3 times.
out and just like...
It just crushes the ship.
Is it a 2-hit? I think it's like a 2-hit and you're done kind of thing.
It's a what's the thing in the middle? That's the that's
the the maelstrom thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kalitas. I have all the words for all the lore.
Yeah, we're doing a giveaway. I'm not doing it right now. I'll tell you what. You know what I want to type? I want to hashtag evolution. If we see just spam hashtag evolution. Today we're not giving out any cosmetics or anything like that. We're only going to give away 3 Archeum packs. That's the top tier pack because normally we only give away 1, and I thought today evolution it would be really cool if we saw 3 of them given out. You guys are typing it now. I know I did say it.
They're doing it. Yeah, you said it.
I guess we got to do it.
So they have to type it.
I know. I guess we got to do it. Hashtag
we got to do
evolution.
1 now. We got to do 1.
All right, let's do 1.
3 Archeum packs.
I said 3.
It's
That's
crazy.
Right. Not
We're
1.
being crazy today.
Not 2. But 3.
Let's do 1, and then we'll answer some more questions.
Yeah. I want to just make sure that we can.
Okay, 1 first.
1 first. Drum roll, please. Wait, I was a little late on that. And the winner is Zinz. Zinnzs. Congratulations on your Archeum pack. That's awesome. That pack is really cool. And we'll do 2 more later. You guys can stop now. It's all right. We want more questions. If you guys have more questions, you know what I love, Serafina, is that we do these Q&A streams and then we see a whole bunch of questions and then the questions start dying out. And I feel like we've done a good job answering all of these questions.
I'm really glad. I mean, people will still tell me that I didn't answer their question.
I know, but
they should answer. They should ask their question right now while we're in this school.
Here's a good one. Will there be a hard land cap per account? Can't speak. Sorry. Will there be a large? A large hand cap.
A hard land cap per account? No. It will be the standard land cap of. Are you paying millions of taxes? The only hard cap is going to be for unbuilts. So if you have more than 2 unbuilts, you won't be able to put down any more unbuilt properties. Obviously, a full kit sidesteps this rule because full kits come fully built and they're not unbuilt.
We'll get statistics.
What is the fresh start server compensation? What? No. There's no fresh start server compensation. There's evolution server compensation, which you can read about on the website. But there's no fresh start server compensation because you're not being evolved and you're not affected by this.
Maddie, 19. Just answer.
What's happening on the anniversary? Exciting things.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. You guys can check it out. Let's see. Our server transfers for Fresh Start going to be open to legacy servers anytime soon. We want to make sure that the current servers, the new servers, kind of like get into a flow first before we start opening up stuff like that. I mean, the whole reason that we just did that was to make a server feel a certain way, and if we start opening up the doors right now, it's going to not be it won't achieve the original goal. So we chose specific servers for a reason in order to make an incredibly live server for you guys.
Yep. Are you guys ever going to do server tours ever again? Yeah, sure. Probably in the future. I think we like doing those live streams. Those are fun. Those are things I like doing. So yes, I didn't know that people miss them. It's mostly when we do it, people just get angry at us.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be angry.
Bunny Hop Tails, you have questions about how we are handling moderation in our forums. Well, I'll tell you right now that the forums are a place for constructive discussion. That doesn't necessarily mean positive and happy and everything is great. It doesn't even mean that you can't critique us or the game or systems or whatever. It just means you have to do it in a respectful way. You always want to be respectful of the person reading and responding. If there's an environment that people don't want to come and provide feedback, then you are just hurting the community and the game in the end. So we want to make a place that allows everybody to feel comfortable coming in and discuss. On top of that, I would say that any comments that are not actually pushing the conversation forward, those are empty comments. They may be like trying to derail the discussion, and that's stuff that I take down personally. I would rather have a concise, solid discussion that is respectful to everybody. That way we can get much better feedback from you guys up to the people who need it.
Yep. Some people are asking, what's my compensation for being on a server that's not affected by the evolution but is still down? If you are a patron, you will get 7 days of patron time, and that's across even if you're on the evolution servers or not. And we're doing that because we want to be nice to your patrons. Thank you for being patrons. You're getting 7 days, so 2 days plus 5. If you are not a patron and you're only going to be getting the anniversary presents, that is sort of considered as part of it. Obviously, it is the anniversary present, which people were pointing out to me earlier. That's not compensation for downtime, but it is only 2 days of downtime, and we really wanted to leave the compensation for people who were very much affected by the evolution, people who were on those affected servers. So we know it's unfortunate that you can't play the game for 2 days, but you will be back at the after all of this. And the good news is you guys are going to get to keep your houses and your your land and things like that. These guys aren't. So that's the reason we did that split in the way we did it.
Jess, I see your comment. I'm sorry, that's just not how it works.
What was the comment?
He just says that we're going to lose people in the forums if we expect them to be respectful, but that's just not how it's going to work.
It's not expect them. I say this to everyone. I always think that we should have solid conversations where we can each speak our minds in a respectful manner. I am of the opinion in all aspects of my life that we don't need to be brash or angry or mean to each other.
I can be very upset and still write a very good response that is respectful to everybody. I can still be very upset and still do that. So I think that you guys can too. I believe in you.
But if you really want to do that type of stuff, there's other aspects of the community where you can do that.
Yeah. We actually, I'm in Reddit all the time. I'm on Discord. I see completely open discussion with all the sentiments that I would not use myself, but I see it there, and we still get feedback from that. But we prefer that in the forum since it's our place that we go mostly for our main information and discussion points. Since we can guide that conversation, we prefer it to be a certain way, and I think that's perfectly fair.
I think Expendable Zero says, unfortunately, the official forums feel like a safe space for white knights now. That's kind of silly to think about because our information doesn't only come from the forums. Which,
That's very
Joe,
true.
you send me Reddit threads all the time.
I send you Reddit
like,
threads. I send you. I copy and paste Discord discussions. I even copy and paste things that happen in-game chat because I try to be where the players are as many as I can.
Yeah. So if you think that the information and that what's being considered for the game as a whole only comes from one place, I think that's a very silly, a narrow-minded way to do it.
I also think that this comment, you guys remove any negative post, even if it's constructive, don't lie. So Skillstone, I think that you don't know what a constructive negative post is. That's going to be something that you're going to have to discover through having your post removed and then trying to figure out that communication style again. It's very important that you can be absolutely constructive and negative without being rude or derailing. And those are the two things that I like to try to avoid.
And Circumad says, it's that way you ban people that call out exploits and cheaters. No, we remove those types of posts because they start witch hunts.
Yeah, well, on top of that, too, if you post about exploits on the forums instead of like in a DM, in a private message, other people might see that, and there are people who are very willing to take advantage of those exploits, and then it spreads that like a wildfire. So we prefer not to have exploits talked about in the forums, but in DMs, please, in support tickets, please, stuff like that is the best way to talk about exploits. We just don't want those to get out even more, right? We don't want to ruin the game experience for you guys.
Yeah. See, question, when you're going to upgrade the servers? Man, if that would solve all problems in ArcheAge, is just upgrade the servers, I would do it almost immediately, because that'd be great. The truth is, we've done that multiple times. In fact, we've just added some more stuff to them over the evolution in order to, we just beefed up the auth server again. And we do that on a regular basis. I think what a lot of people are always, they look at a problem and they say, this is not performing as it should be. Clearly your hardware is subpar. But yet there are plenty of times, as a player, when you come out and say, hey, I don't understand why this game or this thing does not run perfectly on my machine because I have the best hardware, the best, video card. And I do that too, where I have the best video card I can possibly get. And then for some reason I'm getting 30 FPS on this game. And that's where coding and that's where software development comes in. There are always, bugs and changes that we can make to improve performance, and that's not upgrading your hardware. That's not upgrading your systems. You would be offended if I said, "Oh, you're only getting 30 FPS in this game because your video card sucks." You'd be immediately offended by that because you know that your video card's awesome. I can tell you our servers are really great and really top of the line, and it comes down to just improving our software, everywhere across the service. In order to make sure that we're getting the best performance possible. And I think that we're at that place where right now the service is very, very stable. I know that 3.0 was definitely a setback for all of us, but we're making strides forward beyond that in order to continue to improve the quality of service you guys are receiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're done. We can do 2 more giveaways. So let's do hashtag thanks Trino.
I see what you did there.
hashtag Muzzy, get some sleep.
Oh, that's for later. Not till next weekend, I think. I can get some sleep next weekend. Hashtag thanks Trino. Yeah. I appreciate it.
I actually do want to tackle one, speaking of bugs, another bug that Excel's been trying to tackle. That's the dropping FPS when you hover over UI. They did make one pass at it. It didn't really fix it for everyone.
Yep.
So they're going to be making another pass at it again.
Yeah.
If you have any more information, please send it in. That one's been a difficult one to narrow down because it's hard to reproduce. It's not that it's hard to see. We can see. We've seen it internally. It's just
it's hard to find the direct reason.
What triggers it? What
the
turns
chain
that
of events?
off?
Is it machine open? Computer on for 5 hours plus game on for 3 hours plus inventory full plus inventory open for 20 minutes, and then all of that together then causes it. It's so hard to reproduce things. So any information, we can start seeing common threads and we'll boil it down. All right, cool. Let's do another one. This is for an Archeum pack. I'll give away an Archeum pack. TrionWorlds, the winner is Soulfire ArcheAge. Wow, look at that, branded and everything, dude. Thank you so much for coming to the stream and winning. And then we'll do one more. You guys are already in. Don't worry. All right, let's roll it. What do we got here? The winner is Solar Nex. Congratulations, Solar Nex. So we have those 3. We did it. Good job, everybody. I'm gonna go home as soon as I possibly can and get some sleep so I can be here at.
No, you're gonna go home and play ArcheAge.
I can't. It's down. It kills me. I had to play another game last night. It was boring.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Know. All right, guys. We'll catch you. We'll catch you tomorrow. I will be on the forums. I will be in Discord. I will be checking Reddit. EU comes up tomorrow, and then NA comes up tomorrow at noon PST.
Noon PST, and then EU
PDT.
comes up at 2 p.m. UTC, which is 9 a.m. here in Central Time. So
Right, which is 7 a.m. here where I am, which is why I need to be
PDT.
here at 6:30.
times are fun. Time zones are a lot of fun.
Time zones
right?
are crazy. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you around.
We appreciate it, and we'll see you around, and we'll be on the forums and everywhere else. So,
Keep it classy, folks.
bye, guys.